charged with harboring a person for the purpose of exploitation. Promoters Association clarifies music for Carnival. And Canaan Police Youth Club football team celebrates. Good evening, Tobago. I'm Natalie Singh. Thank you for joining us here on Channel 5 and Pulse 89.5 FM for August 19, 2026. To our top story now. The counter-trafficking unit of the police service is reporting that 3 people have been charged following what it says is a major human trafficking investigation. The unit says it is the first major intelligence-led human trafficking operation in Tobago. In its statement dated August 19th, the police counter-trafficking unit says 41-year-old Titus Dubois, 26-year-old Francis Carolina Renegel Ojeda, 38-year-old Damon Dominic Charles were formally charged today following advice received from the Director of Public Prosecutions in relation to the investigation. According to the statement, Dubois and Renegel Ojeda were jointly charged with harboring and receiving a person for the purpose of exploitation, contrary to Section 16 of the Trafficking in Persons Act. Charles was additionally charged with sexual penetration of a minor. Police also say following the arrests, all 3 were detained under the preventive detention orders while the investigation was continuing. According to police, the operation unfolded in 2 coordinated phases between July 22nd and 25th. The first began in Trinidad on July 22nd when Dubois was arrested at Long Circular Road in St. James. Explaining the Tobago phase, the counter-trafficking unit says authorized officers executed a search warrant at Charles's residence on Aquamarine Drive in Signal Hill, where 3 Venezuelan female nationals between the ages of 20 and 23 were encountered and screened. Officers also conducted an exercise at Chillout Bar Milford Road, where 5 Latin American women between the ages of 22 and 44 were encountered and subsequently processed by law enforcement. Police are asking members of the public who have information concerning suspected human trafficking are encouraged to contact the counter-trafficking unit. Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara addresses the rumors pertaining to his recent 5-day emergency leave. The commissioner confirms all protocols were followed.
I am aware of the public commentary surrounding my absence and the appointment of an acting commissioner. That process does not fall within the remit of the TTPS or the Commissioner of Police. It is governed by law and the appropriate authorities acting in accordance with their respective mandates.
Guevara dismissed allegations ranging from sudden illness to offshore financial investigations to carrying a list of names for U.S. visa revocation. He labeled the commentary as an attempt to manufacture a scandal.
This is something I am not at liberty to discuss. However, upon my return, I briefed the chairperson of the National Security Council and the Minister of Homeland Security, and any further inquiry may be so directed as I will not be commenting any further.
The top cop assured citizens that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service remains robust and capable during leadership transitions.
Those who felt that Rome was burning in my absence, I want to reassure you that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is an institution built on structure, continuity, and contingency. It has a robust hierarchical framework supported by competent executive officers who are fully capable of maintaining operational stability at all times. Leadership transitions, temporary or otherwise, are not a crisis. They are part of the organization's design. I remain focused on the safety of the nation, the integrity of the TTPS, and the responsibilities entrusted to me as Commissioner of Police. Thank you.
The appointment of an acting Commissioner of Police is mandated by the Constitution and falls under the purview of the Independent Police Service Commission. rather than the internal police operations. The Commissioner reiterated that this established framework ensures that operational stability remains entirely uninterrupted during the administrative transitions. Meanwhile, former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith says there is a leadership void in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, and he says the Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, needs to address this concern. Griffith says nothing Alexander has said so far has removed this uncertainty surrounding the leadership void.
So there are many comments that can be made pertaining to Minister Roger Alexander's statement in relation to the void we have in the position of there being no commissioner or acting commissioner of police in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. I do agree with him, one, that where the present commissioner is, that really is a non-issue. He is a human being who will have personal issues, and if it is that he has to go on vacation leave, something that is an emergency, it is not a mandate that the public must be aware of exactly where the commissioner has gone.
Griffith says the issue of leadership and the appointment of an acting commissioner of police need to be addressed.
I'm very disappointed that the minister would try to box in persons voicing their concern about a possible void in leadership of the police service by speaking about people don't know where their children is and the boss looking for where you are. That has absolutely nothing to do with a degree of responsibility of the public being made aware to have the confidence to know that there's no void in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Speaking about children needing to buy school books and the boss not knowing where you are in work today is really those are red herrings, and it cannot be used to divert the fact that there is obviously a concern as it pertains to the present leadership of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
According to reports in the media, Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara has applied for emergency leave. The opposition People's National Movement has asked for his whereabouts and whether the Police Service Commission has appointed someone in his absence. Meanwhile, Griffith says there is a fundamental constitutional flaw in the law that deals with the appointment of an acting commissioner of police. Referring to the appointment of Deputy Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin as top cop, Griffith says Benjamin is quite capable, but without formal parliamentary approval, an acting top cop lacks the legal authority to properly manage the organization.
DCP Benjamin has the capability to more than lead the police service on a temporary basis, maybe even permanent one day. I have worked with him, I have seen how he has operated. So there should be no need for concern if DCP Benjamin acts as Commissioner of Police. He can more than do the job. But that is where the problem lies. He's not the acting commissioner of police. For persons to make very foolish statements, and again, sometimes it is because of politics, they state that, well, you just have to use the next senior person.
Police Commissioner, the former Police Commissioner, further explained that assuming the role without parliamentary validation has dire operational consequences for the police service.
Mr. Benjamin could speak all he wants to say that he is acting. He is not. He does not. Let me explain. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has a budget of $3 billion, $3,000 million. Mr. Benjamin does not have the capability or the authority to sign a check for $1. So you have 7,500 officers, 1,700 vehicles, 100 stations with bills to pay, and he cannot sign a check. So this is where it is that my point lies. There must be an acting appointment. There has always been that. We cannot do it now because Mr. Anand Ramlogan found the flaw in the law because they didn't want me to continue to act as Commissioner of Police. And he was correct. The law needs to be changed. But let us not fool ourselves into believing that all is well. You cannot have 3 deputy commissioners of police and have one say, well, I will act in the time being. It does not work that way. Fix the bloody law.
The legal predicament Griffith pointed out is from a 2021 court challenge by former Attorney General Anand Ramlogan, which successfully invalidated acting appointments made without explicit parliamentary consent. Griffith says as the debate continues over the current leadership structure, the urgent need for constitutional reform remains a central priority to ensure the police service can fully function and dispense its operational budget. This is news on Channel 5 and Pulse 89.5 FM. We take a short break. When we come back, lots more.
Rand Credit Union.
You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dream, join the team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed. With Rand Credit Union, you can believe that you can achieve. Today you can live that dream. Pull up to the job and surround your week with Rand Credit Union. Yes, you can, yes, you can.
Come in and live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Welcome to the speed round of getting money right. Let's begin. Name some of the red flags associated with an investment scam.
Pressure tactics to invest.
Correct.
Promise of money if you bring friends.
Correct.
Request for personal information.
Correct. Bonus question. What is the penalty for operating a pyramid or Ponzi scheme?
$10 million and 10 years in prison.
Correct. Well done. The scores are even, so we go to our tiebreaker question. You receive money in your account from an investment company, and they tell you to transfer it to a third account. Does that sound right?
I think about it, and that not right.
Congratulations, you tinker! Getting Money Right is brought to you by the TTSEC. Visit investigateTT.com to access free learning resources and check the TTSEC for a list of registered individuals and securities. The Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. You invest, we protect, everyone benefits.
Hey, it's you. Come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yes. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about them. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome back to news here on Channel 5 and Pulse 89.5 FM. President of the Tobago Promoters Association, Kevin McKenna, says the organization is not banning Trinidad music from events under its purview. McKenna cleared up the misconceptions about what the association stated after the association's meeting with the police service.
Members of the association, we have asked them to not promote, after meeting with the head of police, the ACP, we are asking that we will not be promoting music that promotes gang violence.
McKenna says it is not the intention of the association to police the membership. Promoters are responsible and mature enough to select artists, DJs and performers that play appropriate content. He says the emphasis is not to provide a platform for music such as Trinidad music, soca music, dancehall or other types of music that glorifies gang violence. The Caribbean Examinations Council has introduced the Caribbean Targeted Education Certificate or CTEC. CXC Registrar and Chief Executive Dr. Wayne Wesley says if the students sign up for the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate or CSEC, they do not have to register for the CTEC certification. He says, quote, if you sign up for CSEC, if you don't have to sign up for CTEC. However, if you sign up for CTEC, you cannot do CSEC because you have already entered the system to write one module. However, the questions students are writing in the exam module 1 is the very same question on the CSEC paper, end quote. Explaining further, Dr. Wesley also addressed the issue of whether students with the C-Tech qualification will be accepted into the job market. He says the modules are industry relevant. Dr. Wesley stated, quote, each module of C-Tech was broken down so the content is relatable and relevant and provide for job readiness as well. So for example, with module 1, we have included things like consumer arithmetic. So if a student seek employment in courts or any other outlets that can get engaged with, their employers will know that someone coming with Module 1 will have the requisite competence in a supermarket or anywhere for entry-level jobs, end quote. Dr. Wesley was speaking at the August 18th ceremony to present the results of the 2026 May-June examination results. The Trinidad and Tobago Securities Exchange Commission, or TTSEC, is warning investors to be on the alert for scams. Senior Financial Research Officer of Market Regulations and Surveillance at TTSEC, Jamie Thomas, gave the warning and highlighted the red flags. More in this report. In April 2026, a fraud squad from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service reported that there is a surge in the instances of fraudulent check transactions and online scams, specifically smishing, which the fraud squad defines as fraudulent text messages and phishing. Speaking during the Bankers Association of TNT straight off the bat series, Jamie Thomas, Senior Financial Research Officer, Market Regulations and Surveillance, says the most common red flag is the promise of exceptionally high return with little or no risks.
So in the case of 1,000 to earn 8,000 in 24 hours. I mean, that's even more than 100%. And off the bat, by that simple comparison, it will raise a red flag that this is sounding too good. It is sounding unrealistic. So simple as comparing your banks, what you will earn if you put your money in the bank, or what you will earn from investing in another stock, are some of the ways that persons can utilize, some of the resources persons can utilize in terms of determining if a return is high.
Meanwhile, Chief Executive of the TTSEC, Keston Guy, says the other red flag is a time limit to invest.
Another red flag is a constant push to act immediately, do it now. These are one-off occasion or limited time and things like that. It's often that another red flag will be a lack of transparency in and around that investment that they are promoting. What really is it? Whether the investment or the sponsors of the investment are in fact licensed or registered. That's something that all our investors should be mindful of.
According to the TTSEC's website, it is the official regulatory agency for the securities industry in Trinidad and Tobago, and it operates under the Securities Act of 2012 to protect investors, maintain market integrity, and foster capital market growth. Nadaline Singh for Channel 5 News. This is news on Channel 5 on Pulse 89.5 FM. We will be back after these.
Cathedral Credit Union is celebrating big. Get up to $81,000 at just 0.8% interest with our anniversary loan. And because Christmas is in the air, we're spreading cheer with up to $60,000 at only 1%. Visit cathedralcutt.com or call 235-6947 today. Cathedral Credit Union. Member-owned, member-focused.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Escape to elegance at Le Chateau Suites Tobago. Gated privacy, breathtaking villas, unforgettable memories, where Caribbean dreams become reality.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash in transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Welcome back to news here on Channel 5 and Pulse 89.5 FM. The Mason Hall Police Youth Club Under 20 Football League is off to an exciting start. Canaan beat Bethel 4-1 at the Montgomery Field yesterday on August 18th. Striker for Canaan, Jaden Pope, scored twice, first with a free kick from just outside the 16-yard box in the 25th minute. The shot then grazed the crossbar and bounced into the net, giving the Bethel goalkeeper no chance. Pope scored again in the 33rd minute off a fumbled ball by the keeper. Israel Trim and Kaleem Trim scored one each for Canaan. Rickwell Meade Phillips scored one in a losing effort for Bethel when he collected a pass at the top of the key, beat two Canaan defenders and shot past the outstretched arm of Canaan's goalkeeper. Meanwhile, at the Mount St. George Recreation Ground, Argyle won 3-0. Andel Kwamina, Shelslon Gordon and Andelon Allen found the back of the net at 3 occasions. Later today, August 19th, the league action continues with Patience Hill taking on Bonaccord at Mount Grace Recreation Grounds. All 7 teams are vying for the $12,000 first prize and bragging rights for another year. Trinidad and Tobago boys and girls tennis teams are through to the semi-final rounds of the Central American Caribbean Tennis Confederation Quotec and World Tennis Under 12 tournament. In the boys team competition, TNTA defeated Barbados 2-1 to secure the top spot in the Group B, thanks to wins from Nicholas McCletchy, Crusoe Isles Tennis Club over Dominic Cadogan 6-2, 6-4, and the doubles pairing of McCletchy and Austin Ward over Aidan Bridgman and Giovanni Ware 6-2, 4-6, 10-3. With the win, TNTA ended their 3-team round-robin series with a 2-0 record after they swept Grenada 3-0 on Monday, setting up a semi-final against St. Kitts Nevis, who won Group A after a 2-1 triumph against Curaçao. Aruba is through to the final after they topped the lone 4-team Group C series by beating TNT-B in a clash of unbeaten teams 3-0. As runners-up in Group C, the TNT-B boys team will face off with the winner of the 4th to 6th semi-final between Barbados and Suriname for the 4th spot. In the girls' team semi-final, TNT A will face TNT B after finishing as winners and runners-up of their respective round-robin pools. In Group B, TNT A brushed aside Suriname 3-0 in their group decider, with Tasha Wellington from Crusoe Isles Tennis Club beating Zami 0-oft 6-0, 6-0. The tournament is being played at the National Racquet Center in Tacarigua and ends on Friday, August 21st. The Met Office has issued a drought warning for Tobago for the month of October. The Met, in its dryness drought monitor and outlook by the end of September 2026 report, predicts that for agriculture there will be elevated risk for crops and livestock due to irregular rainfall frequency, greater number of hot spell days, and decreased soil moisture. Concerning the water supply, the Met Office predicts that there will be reduced recharge rate for dams, underground reservoirs, and stream flows. It notes there will be lowering surface water availability for distribution systems. Explaining, the Met Office says for the agriculture and food security sector, farmers and other stakeholders should monitor water use and maintain adequate irrigation, water storage on fields. The Met Office says stakeholders should also ensure regular weeding to reduce competition and water stress on crops. The Met Office warns that there should be monitoring for pests that will favor the less wet than usual conditions. For the water and energy sector, the Met Office advises that there should be implementation of continuous water conservation measures as drier than usual conditions to the latter half of 2026 threaten to extend into the 2027 dry season. The Met Office notes that there should be advisement from the authorities on proper water storage and usage. So weather now for tonight, fair to partly cloudy with isolated showers in some areas. There is a low chance that one or two of these showers will become heavy mainly after midnight. Tomorrow, fair, slightly hazy and at times breezy, with cloudy intervals producing the occasional light to moderate shower in some areas. Seas are moderate, occasionally rough. Winds are northeast to east-southeast, 5 to 35 kilometers per hour. Waves in open waters, 1.5 to 2 meters in sheltered areas below 1 meter. High tides, low tides, sunrise at 5:52 a.m., sunset at 6:19 p.m. Tomorrow's temperatures should reach a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius and fall to 24 degrees Celsius. Before we go, let's recap the headlines now. 3 charged with harboring a person for the purpose of exploitation. Promoters Association clarifies music for Carnival, and K9 Police Youth Club football team celebrates. That does it for tonight's newscast. Have a good night and stay safe.